Mega Man X4. Good lord, I love this game. I first saw this game when my stepbrothers brought it over to my house. It was love at first sight. I had never seen such a game before. Great graphics, excellent soundtrack, and all those little fun cutscenes. This game was awesome. It wasn't until I was around 19 when I got the Mega Man X collection on the PS2 and later on the PlayStation, part of the PS3 network. And since my first playthrough, I've beaten this game around 20 times. But let's find out. You be the judge on how good this game is on my review of Mega Man X4. The history for Mega Man X4 really started with Keiji Inafune. He wanted a different artwork and style for the Mega Man X series. With experimentation with the port of Mega Man X3, the team decided to put the game on the 32-bit system with more colors and CD quality sound. With the ability to put in anime CGI cutscenes, this game was set for development. The game was also to be set with more of a darker setting. The game was released on the PlayStation September 25th, 1997 in North America, September 1997 on the Sega Saturn, and 1999 in North America on the PC under the name Mega Man X4. The gameplay for Mega Man X4 is just like any other Mega Man X game. First you hit the game start and then you pick between 0 or X. I'll look at the X side first and 0 will come later. After selecting Mega Man X, you'll watch a 2-minute cutscene or so and the game officially begins. Just like the last 3 Mega Man X games, you still have your dash, and Mega Man shoots the same way. He charges up shots and rapid fire to shoot limits. After getting through the first intro stage and taking out an easy boss, you're sent back to Hunter HQ where you take on your 8 Mavericks again.
You would think they make a change to the series at this point. I mean, look at Mega Man Legends. It made complete changes to the Mega Man formula, but nope, they decided to go safe mode. I'm not sure why.
The idea gets boring after a while. Also, the powers you get help you defeat bosses just like the last games. And again, you get 4 Dr. Light capsules. But I have to say, these are the best in the freaking series. I'm dead serious. The Arm Cannon sends out 2 Mega Balls of Doom on the charge shot. The arm again takes less damage, around 50%. The legs help you to float, and the helmet makes your weapon energy not run out, which is totally awesome. The only real change to the Mega Man X formula is the energy tanks. There are only 2 in this game, and there are also 8 heart tanks just like the last games. With 2 energy tanks, luckily this game is not too hard, and unlike the last 3, I really didn't even need them. I only really needed them for the final boss of the game. And the final boss is really not that hard, and to be honest, if you take on the first 3 games first before you take on this one, you should be fine. The graphics in this game are really good, and they hold up better than the wireframe graphics of the last 2 games. I love how colorful this game is. The colors really complement each other, and the color schemes work to perfection. The graphics are awesome, and the controls in this game are a bit slicker, but I'm not gonna lie, I like the freedom that they have better than the super tight controls. This game is still easy to move and still has tight controls, but it helps me to go as fast as I can without breaking my stride. And I'm sorry I didn't have more for the gameplay, but let's head to the music and sound. Dallin, I don't mean to bug you again.
Oh, because it went so well last time.
Well, I gained feeling in my arms, but that's besides the point. I noticed she didn't look at Zero's parts of the game.
Listen, you, enough tomfoolery. Oh. Well, I guess I haven't looked at this part of the game. Oh, well, it probably won't even be that good. I mean, how good can this game get? It's basically the same mumbo-jumbo as before. Whoa, the Zero side of the story is a million times better than the Mega Man X's side. It's super unique. Oh my goodness, this is what I wanted when Mega Man X3 with Zero's gameplay. Not the stupid boring gameplay we got. This is what I'm talking about.
After selecting Zero, you are put right into extremely fun gameplay. When playing as Zero, you use your sword to whack everything in the face. I remember Mega Man X5 saying playing as Zero is for expert players, but when you master Zero's gameplay, you will feel like a complete and utter powerful robot just bent on destruction, and everything in front of you dies. You still take on 8 Mavericks and the bosses again. However, instead of getting different weapons, you get different moves. And sure, the Ice Sword and the Fire Sword and the Thunder Sword are a part of this game, but it's mainly strictly about the swordplay. But my goodness, I have never been able to play a game this freaking good with so much freaking speed. The fact that Zero has to get close to enemies is a bit daunting, but man, it's a million times easier when you're going this fast. Just by whacking an enemy to the face, it is also super satisfying. This game is awesome with Zero, and it makes this game 1,000,000% better, and I love the gameplay so freaking much. The music and sound in this game is perfection at its finest. I love the music in this game. To me, the music in this game is the best music in this series. Everything from X's theme in the opening stage to Magma Dragoon, the soundtrack is incredible. Each song taken with such care, and every sound is very much a cyberpunk classic addition to the Mega Man X series. The explosions sound like actual explosions from actual robots. And now I'll go over the elephant in the room, the voice acting. I love the cheesy and cringy voice acting. It's the reward of the game. You beat more Mavericks, you get more cutscenes. And to see more of the plot, I love them. Even that famous "What am I fighting for" line. The plot for Mega Man X4 goes as follows. Sigma is back to corrupt an army of Reploids known as Repliforce, stating that the humans have regarded them basically as scum and Maverick. The general refuses to side with Sigma, and the city falls under attack. As the Skybridge gets destroyed, Magma Dragoon is at the scene, and found it's too late. The people below are basically doomed. Through the first level, Zero and X try to make it to Colonel, who refuses to drop his weapons after X and Zero say to disarm and come with them. After the Skybridge, Repliforce agrees to go with Sigma's plan, as the humans had actually blamed them for the sky base falling down. And rightfully so, feel as though the humans have wrongfully betrayed them as Maverick. The Repliforce is building a space station to blow up the Earth. After taking all the Mavericks of Repliforce, X and Zero take on Colonel, and this is where the story splits, so I'll go into those individually. As it does go through some backstory, we find out the beginning of Zero is actually creation of the one and only Dr. Wily, who was a crazy Reploid at the time bent on destruction, and has a love interest, Colonel's sister named Iris. So after X defeats Colonel, his buddy double is actually an agent, a double agent. X defeats him and then takes on Colonel, where the final boss ensues, and goes to the boss rush where the final battle ensues. And after X takes on Sigma, X asks Zero to take care of After X beats Sigma, he asks Zero to take care of him if necessary. The game ends and the credits ensue. For Zero, he defeats Colonel. His girlfriend Iris goes a bit crazy after he defeats Zero. Both her and Iris fight, where Zero unfortunately sends Iris to an impending demise, with one of the most infamous cutscenes in the history of gaming. After Zero takes down the boss rush, there is a cutscene showcasing when Sigma was still a Maverick Hunter. They fought with Zero and was inches away with killing Sigma, when this helmet hurt him, showing a giant W on his jewel piece. Sigma punches the jewel piece, and then Zero falls to the ground unconscious. At this point, Sigma got a virus from the control program of Dr. Wily, which causes him to turn evil. After Zero takes down Sigma, the game ends with Zero missing Iris and the credits ensuing, thus ending the adventure. Whew, talk about a mouthful. I do love the story for this game. The story for this game is completely the best story in the series thus far. It keeps the game fresh while at the same time keeping the game's story a Mega Man X story. While Mega Man X is not great for stories, I find that the story gets better and better as the game goes on for him. And don't get me wrong, I do love the story, but there's not too much to go into with X. But with Zero, whoa. Zero's story rocks my socks off every time I play this game. It's just an epic masterpiece, and it really makes the game better. And it really gives you an idea of what Zero and Sigma have gone through at this point to get to here. And to me, that's awesome. Mega Man X4 is an amazing game, and for me it ties for my favorite PS1 game with Final Fantasy VII, and completely the best Mega Man X game in my opinion. At this point, I felt the series was dead, but then this game took the series out of the ashes and made it super relevant again. And with the last games being kinda stinkers, kept the series afloat. This game is a masterpiece, and I will enjoy this game for years to come. I gave the game score an obvious 10 out of 10. This game is so much fun, and I love it so much. The only thing is, I wish the game would not have split the two stories, but meh, the game is too awesome for me to actually care about that. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you in the next episode.